Hey, welcome to the Beauty Boss Chats. It's Brandy Taylor, your host to the Business Beauty Network podcast. I have Hollie K co-hosted today with us. Hey, welcome, Hollie.
Hi, welcome, and thank you for having me again.
I'm super excited to have you. So, Holly, I'm excited to have another chat. I
Yes.
know there's a lot going on in this industry. So, I love this because we get to just have fun and let our hair down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll let you get started because you were just telling me something really interesting about the beauty industry that's going on. So, let's tap into that.
All right, absolutely. So with this, I had been kind of noticing a few posts from fellow makeup artists or those who kind of work in the film and television industry, but I was seeing it more and more. So that's what made me kind of pay attention to it. And so I'm glancing at my notes so I don't say anything correctly. But what it is that the union behind entertainment, which is IATSE, they have been talking about striking because of the conditions from where they're working. So a lot of, just if you think about any TV show or any movie or anything that's made, the demands on those workers can be a lot. So the plus side of it, a lot of people want to get kind of into that, especially as makeup artists, because of what you can make financially. But the hours are long, the conditions are in can be a bit much. So right now, the latest thing I'm seeing is that there is a strike date that's being set. This is an article that came out from Los Angeles, and they're set to start striking on October 18th at 12:01 a.m. So a lot of the things I have been hearing, even seeing it on the news, was that their hours, they rarely get days off, or they'll get what's I think they call it a Fraturday. So you come in later on Friday and you work pretty much all through the night up through Saturday, and then you're expected to come back on Monday. So really, you just get like that one day off, and then you're going through the whole week. There's been situations where maybe if they've had somebody that's worked on set with them a different position that maybe has passed, and they didn't even allow the crew to get some time off to go and attend a funeral. So it's just the conditions are really poor. Trying to get breaks or even go to the restroom, like simple things are hard to get done. And the thing I don't think people realize is with all these streaming platforms, there's a lot more shows being produced. You think about we go on Netflix and we have a whole season available at our hands, right? But that means the demand on the people that are able to create this is a lot more. So I find it kind of interesting. We'll see, because if they strike, that's going to put a pause on a lot of the things we get to enjoy.
Yeah, that is interesting, Holly, because one of the things that comes to mind is across the board, there's a shortage in jobs and everything. And
Yeah.
this seems to be a trending topic, amongst
Mhm.
industry. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in. It's like there, people are having trouble finding employees and all of those things. I didn't realize that it was affecting, this industry with, makeup and film and all that. I didn't realize it was affecting our industry as well. But I'm not surprised because what people don't realize is that we lost a lot of people in America. So therefore, a lot of people passed away from COVID. So therefore, there's not a lot of workers as many, and there's not a lot of people who are trained to replace these people. Like who knew that we would lose hundreds of thousands of people due to a pandemic? So I realized I didn't. I'm so shocked and that is happening that way. But now that you said it, like look, they're filming more Netflix. People are streaming more. People are online more. So people need these things for these shows, and it's probably a higher demand. I wonder what it's gonna do for the beauty industry though, because I'm thinking like is it was kind of hard to step in. So are you going to get the idiots that once these people strike, you get the idiots that'll undercut the people that's been in the game? I hope nothing like that happens, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I've heard a few people say that. They're saying hopefully, the newer people, because I had two thoughts on that. I thought like, oh, this might be a little easier for people who want to get in, because sometimes it can be a challenge to kind of get into the industry. Um, but at the same time, I'm hoping that there are people who enter, or those who there's a division, especially amongst like your makeup artists and your hairstylists, because when something like this, everybody really does need to be unified. So hopefully nobody's being greedy and looking at it as opportunity for them to get a leg up. Um, I
Right.
really hope everybody's unified and they move as one so they can get the changes that they're seeking.
Right. Yeah, I hope so too, Holly, because when I say that is that don't mess things up for everybody, and don't undercut people who've been in this industry for years and who've been working hard and getting played like that, where they're not getting time off, they can't even go grieve people that are passing, and working conditions are probably not the greatest. So don't you dare, like, if you
Yeah.
do all the proper channels and things that you need to do to get in, there are ways to get in, but we all have to work and grind and do the same thing. But I
Mhm.
just hope nobody does that. Not to be offensive when I said idiots, but I feel like when people do stuff like that, that messes it up for everybody. So I just hope that doesn't happen, because that was the first thing I was thinking, like, oh Lord, they
Yep.
strike. There's gonna be some crazy stuff going on today.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen?
So
What
yeah, I'm
is
hoping
gonna
the same. Hopefully, people don't mess it up. But if somebody decides to go that route, they better be mindful how they treat people, though, because people remember things like that. So when things do get corrected, which I'm just going to claim that it does for them, people will remember who was not on the side of everybody else or who treated people wrongly. You may not have a job later. So
Yeah, yeah, but isn't this crazy though, Holly? Like restaurants, you can't even get chicken wings nowadays. There's
yes, that threw me. I was like, wait, when I first saw the Wingstop commercial, they're like thigh stop. I'm like, wait, is it that bad? But it is. It's just the direction we're going in is I just don't know. But you
right
keep
because
praying it gets
everywhere
better.
you go, right, everywhere you go is low staff. Like it's hard
Mhm.
to go out, and have fun at a restaurant because a lot of restaurants are suffering from low staff right now, unfortunately. Is it like that in your area as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember well, it's starting to change a little bit, but a lot of like even the fast food restaurants I would drive by and I'm seeing banners up saying they're hiring. So I'm like, okay, great. But then what I started noticing was hours changing. So they were having to close, or some places like I think I saw like Wendy's one time and Taco Bell. They had signs and banners up so people knew there we don't have a night shift crew. So we have to close. So these are restaurants that are usually open 24 hours or at least to 2 a.m. And so they were like, we just don't have a night shift crew. I've been in line at a fast food restaurant and the employee like looked really stressed. And I'm like, I try to always be just really pleasant with them, especially now. And I was like, how's your day going? Is everything okay? He's like, there goes my manager walking to their car. I'm like, oh, like for a break? He's like, no, they just walked out. They quit.
Wow.
So like people are quitting in the middle of shifts. I still don't understand, why people aren't getting up and taking advantage of going back to work, especially now because they're at least raising the rates for some people, but people have their reasons.
It's interesting because I don't think it's COVID related necessarily,
Mhm.
but it seems that people are like, I'm done with working, right? I mean, across
Absolutely.
the board. So not only have we lost a lot of people are quitting jobs and not going back to work.
Yeah. I think it made people realize, well, what it would be the pandemic made people realize what they should place their value in. And then a lot of them, if they were happy with the job, they're definitely probably not returning. I don't blame them. But they also maybe started tapping into things that they like to do, which is a plus, if they're starting their own things, hopefully, it takes off for them. But people were saying this clock. I've even been seeing like memes going around about how we're in the phase where this generation is like they'll quit without thinking twice about it, like 2 weeks, like forget it. And I thought about it, and I'm like, even when I was working in a franchise before, people would like quit by text and I still think there should be a level of professionalism, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's a common thing. They feel like 2 weeks. No, if I don't feel like being here, I'm done. So
Yeah.
I guess people would place their values and think other things or feel like they can make it other ways.
And I think, we are definitely like a social world, and a lot of
Mhm.
people have found different ways to generate income online and to do
That's
different things
true.
on their own. Like you got the YouTubes, you got podcasts, there's so many things
Mhm.
out there that people are finding ways to generate money. Like, everybody's a coach now, there's all types of stuff going on. So I feel it though, like follow your passion if that's what it is for you.
Mhm.
But I am concerned about the world because some people do have to work. We can't all be entrepreneurs. Somebody has to work.
Right. Right. That's like it's the same thing how people like, if you going to college is a waste, or if you're like, don't knock either. Going to college is
Right.
for some people, going to trade schools for some people, being an entrepreneur for some,
It's
but we
not
need
for
some people to go
everybody.
here and work.
Yeah, some people are workers, and that's okay. Some people are
Mhm.
entrepreneurs, and that's okay. So there's,
Yes.
for everybody, and we need them all. All of us are
Mhm.
needed, and I just really, hope to see a turnaround just across the board. But I was really shocked though. I hadn't heard about what's going on in film and all of that. So I've been out of that world for a minute, but that's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm interested to see. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. I'm interested to see if they actually do strike.
Right. Same.
Awesome, awesome. So trending topics, girl.
Give it to
Let's
me.
talk about it's been a lot of nakedness going on. I mean, just period. Like I think and all the award shows, all the different events, people are out of the house, they're ready to step out with nothing on, it seems.
Yeah, it's been a lot less clothing. Maybe we could blame it on because people can't fit their clothes after the pandemic. So instead of buying more, they just say, you know what, we'll go without.
Right, right. It's not my trend per se, but
Mm-mm.
did you see your girl Lizzo? Did you see? Did you see?
Mm. I did. I
Yeah.
did. I just, it's to a point now where it's nothing about her. It's just fashion. If we're talking fashion, that's not too fashionable. So the outfit we're referring to is the outfit that she wore to Cardi B's birthday party. Cardi B had a dance hall theme. I think it was a Caribbean dance hall theme. And so, we understand that there's a little less on, but how far or how less is too less, if that makes sense. Hers was completely like a mesh, and she had on no bra, not even pasties. I think she maybe had on underwear. I don't know.
It was hard to see
It
if
was
there was
hard to
underwear
tell.
down there, but
Yeah.
I just feel like, I know you're trying to go for maybe like this shock factor or whatever, but to
Mhm.
what, extent,
Right.
do we have any limits anymore? Is that what you have to do? I understand, she, embraces her curves and I respect that and I
Right.
love her for that. But I don't feel like it was really tasteful. I could see I would have even been cool if she had on like a bad bustier or some type of
Yeah.
bra under it or something. That would have been nice, but just to just be having it all just hanging. It's just
Yeah.
all,
It was. I'm like, I don't know if I could walk around my house like that. So the fact, like you said, I would have respected it more if she at least put on a bra. It's just some things, or even like I said, pasties. You still would have been pushing
something.
it, but at least it's we know the limits of course have stretched so much with what's available because it'll be times there's something like that just would not be acceptable or even put out to be seen. Or if people publish photos, you usually see like the tabloids, they put stars over little body parts and stuff to cover things. But we're in a day and age where people just publish images like that and it's okay. But I just think she went too far with this one.
I would agree. I would agree. I mean, to each his own, but
Mhm.
I just,
Yeah.
some stuff, leave something to the imagination.
Yeah, right. Does she and my thing, who's in her crew? Like there's no, you should always have that one friend that's like, hey, I don't think that's cute, or you need to go back in there and put something else over. She doesn't have that friend in her crew to say, hey girl, maybe you need to
Right.
cover something up a bit.
'Cause I
She's just
sure would
out
have
there.
told her.
Mm-mm-mm.
I
Right,
would have told her, I was like,
right,
honey, are we is this what we're doing here?
right. She would have, where you going? Go back to that bedroom and put some clothes on.
Yeah, but I saw some pictures that she wasn't the only one. There was a lot of skin
True.
showing for sure. There,
Yeah.
there was a lot of skin showing. Who else stands out for you?
I know that was it Tate is it Tayana Taylor? She had on an outfit that showed quite a bit, but it was on trend if we're trying to go with the theme of the party, which was dance hall. There was also Seven. Her outfit wasn't too bad. It's kind of typical what you usually see people like the little bra bustier, and then she had like the big, looks like a bikini bottom and like over the knee boots. I didn't find it, it's not really my thing, but again, it's kind of typical what you would see if somebody were performing on stage now. Um, Cardi, I mean, it was her party. Her outfit was, again, it looks similar to what she wears on stage. So she did have like the little fishnets on, and I believe her outfit was by Versace. So, she still was gonna make sure she was really tasteful. It's her party, and she's big into fashion. So she had like a bikini, a high waisted bikini bottom, and a nice little like bustier on. So those are
Hmm.
some of the ones that kind of stood out. Oh, and the other one was Karusha. Make sure I say her name correctly. Hers was like the mesh material too. It had like a little headpiece on it. So it was like this neon colored mesh material. So again, it was showing a lot of skin, but on theme. And for her, it worked. But she didn't have her chest out. She
Right,
did have a
right.
little bra under there.
It was one girl from I think Ink, like that tattoo reality
Mm,
show. She
yes.
had on like a bikini, but wasn't much of a bikini, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess that's the trend and everything.
Yeah. That's what I said, I guess they were on theme. That was the theme for the party because typically, I mean, I've never gone to those type of events. I'm not familiar with them or just what I've seen, maybe, clips of. Um, but yeah, I guess they were on theme.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm thinking about all the award shows and the events that I've seen in 2021. That's how it's been.
That is true. I feel like they've been pushing the envelope too, even with guys.
Hmm.
Some of the guys, some of the stuff they're wearing or doing, I'm just like, ooh, y'all are really pushing it. To me, I think about kids, it's the educator background. I'm like, there's kids watching this, guys. y'all are
Right.
just y'all on TV doing all types of foolishness. And I hopefully
Definitely.
parents are catching it so their children aren't exposed to too much. But
I
yeah,
think they're exposed to everything now, even more than what we were ever exposed to. These kids are getting cell phones at like 5.
that is true. That is very true. Very, very true.
Well, people are, so it's a different world for sure. For
Yeah.
sure, it is. So, girl, are you ready for the holidays?
I need to be getting ready. I've been starting to look a little bit. I saw the message about how there's delays with shipping and everything. So
Yeah.
I need to be getting ready, like getting my list together and starting to shop now. So
Yep, yep.
yeah.
I haven't started shopping, but I have been doing the same thing, getting my list together, and
Mhm.
I plan on getting it out of the way very soon. But I don't do a lot of big shopping anyway, so it's just like a few things I want to get and just get it out of the way. But for some reason this year I'm excited about the holidays. I don't know why. I'm just like in
That's
that mood.
good.
Like since even the fall hit, like soon as it hit September, I was like, it's pumpkin spice season. So as soon as it hit, I was like, I'm ready for it. But I love like, caramel, pumpkin spice, vanilla. I love
Oh,
warm. So that's fall, and I love fall fashion, of course. So
yeah.
fall is like my favorite, one of my favorite seasons. So I love that. And then the holidays, it's just, a special time. So I'm excited about it this year. Last year, it was kind of wet,
Yeah.
but I'm excited about the holidays this year. But I think I probably will. I need to order very soon because I probably will do most of my shopping. I would say probably 80% of it online this year.
I agree. Just it'll be a lot easier to do it that way. But yeah, with it, you won't have to go into the stores and deal with it. But if you do it, like I said, early enough, you'll get everything you need. But if you're only doing a few things, I'm the same way when it comes to like getting items, not getting too many big things. What me and my siblings have done is like, okay, it's not about us anymore, it's about the kids. So the focus is on the kids. We're like, give everybody share the kids list what they want for the holidays, and that's the focus. And then all of us as adults, okay, you get us later or whatever you decide to get. So that makes it a little easier too.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Just making it about the kids and everything. But I
Hmm.
still want to give too. I like it.
I know that's why I can't go out on Black Friday because me and my aunt used to faithfully get up and go, but we realized we were shopping for ourselves.
Yourself, yes, girl.
So that's what it is now. We go shop on Black Friday for ourselves, and we just understand this is our day, okay? And we don't feel bad about it.
It happens like me and my husband, we have an eBay store, so we went sourcing. So there's like
Oh,
this one store in our area, and they get these huge pallets from like Amazon, and you can either buy a pallet or you can buy anything. And like they might have certain days they have set prices, so it might be like a $7 day or a $3 day or whatever. So we went on like a Saturday, which is a $7 day, and we were picking up so much stuff. But when we got home, we only had like two things to sell, and everything else we kept because it was some really cool stuff for $7. I'm like, oh, I got a new microphone for the podcast. Oh, I
oh
got
my goodness.
I found a lot of I found the webcam, all types of
Oh
stuff. I,
wow.
I did put the webcam up for sale because I have plenty of those, but I had found some headphones that I could use for podcasting. They were pretty decent. They work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do that for Black Friday too. It's always like that. Like I end up shopping for myself. Like I'll go in, and when they're really good deals, I'm like, oh, we need this, we need that, we can use
Yes.
this. And most of the stuff ended up being for us. It was so funny.
Oh wow, that's good. But you can't pass up a good deal.
Right. That's what it is.
Oh,
That's what it is. Thinking about good deals. So I know we're going to talk about holiday launches, but you know what palette I am looking at for some reason. So Morphe actually has a new collab with Jaclyn Hill, and they have a new palette. It's a neutrals, the Jaclyn nudes or something, something like that. So it's a new neutral palette that they have, and it's very, basic, but it's
okay.
$18 at Ulta.
Can't beat
And
that.
I'm like, I want that one. Now that's the one I want.
Yeah.
I need to search, and I
And
couldn't
that's
even
good that they
find
still
it.
have their partnership with her because I know it was when some things were came out from her line before, they had to recall a few things. And then she eventually came out with her own line. From what I've seen, has been doing pretty well also. But the fact that she's still partnering with them, that's really good. So that's nice to
Yeah,
see.
I was shocked too because, well, you know what? I shouldn't have been shocked because do you realize they still sell the old Jaclyn Hill palettes, the whole line still?
That is
So
true.
that big one still had been selling that also, and it still had her name on it. So yeah, but it was kind of like low key, like they hadn't really been advertising Jacqueline. I hadn't
Hmm.
really seen a lot on their end.
Yeah.
It did kind of seem like, is she still with them or not? So I see how you can kind
Right.
of be like wondering. Plus, she came out with her own thing, and she
Mhm.
had that controversy with the hairy lipsticks and all that stuff that happened when
Mhm.
she came out with her first line. But then when she came out this time, I haven't heard anything bad. A lot of people seem to like the highlighters and the stuff and her lip glosses and all of that she
Yeah,
has.
I've heard really good things. I saw, I think maybe in the summer, a few of the things that they had inside of Ulta, and they look really nice. I've heard some really positive things about her new brand or her new relaunch with her brand.
Yeah, I have. I haven't tried it yet, but for some reason I'm digging this palette. I wanted to go to Ulta and get it, but
Yeah.
you know how you go to Ulta, no Ulta near me has it. The nearest Ulta is quite a hike. I'll get there, but I wasn't going.
Okay.
So I wanted to get it, but this is so me. Is it you too?
Say it one more time.
This palette is
It
so me.
froze.
Is it you? Are you looking at it? Are you looking at the palette?
I'm sorry, it froze up a bit, so I was missing what you were saying.
Oh, sorry about that. No,
Okay.
I was saying this palette is so me. I was saying, is it you?
Yes, with neutrals, yes. It's easy. I don't know. I used to buy all the colorful palettes. But I feel like I was drawn more to the neutrals. So I'm like, okay, they're just sitting here collecting dust. So a more neutral palette. I do like what they have. So and for the price point, like you said, you can't
Yeah,
beat that.
I grab it. I like for $18. I
Yeah.
don't have too many Morphe palettes, but for
Hmm.
$18, I'll take it. It's
Yeah.
not
And
a bad palette. It looks
their
cute for
palettes have been pretty
what
decent. The ones I have gotten, I've liked the quality of them. So I'm not mad at it.
I like the original Jaclyn Hill palette. And then by the way, this one is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette.
Okay. And I
But
see she
yeah,
has a blush one as well.
oh, it's a blush one too.
There's a blush palette too.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are kind of pinky blushes. $45 though? I don't know. That must be
She's
her
like, okay, we
line.
got this over here for this price point. Now you want
Yeah, that's her line. So they carry her
Yeah.
line at Ulta. So she's kind of
Oh,
like competing. Isn't that interesting?
wow.
They carry her. I didn't realize her line was at Ulta.
Yes, her line is at Ulta, but I'm looking at Morphe's, so it looks like they're promoting her stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what little deal she got with Morphe and Ulta, but I'm not mad at it.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. But I'm looking to get that. I probably just ordered online. But you know how sometimes you just want to
Yeah.
pick it up if I wanted to see it. But yeah,
Yeah.
when I searched it, I was like, ooh, none of these Ultas around here have it.
Aw. But you know what? Knowing how it is here, it'll probably be sold out. Because she's
Mhm.
right here in Tampa. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's about hour and a half, 2 hours, but it goes quick. So you have to snatch it up. So
Yeah,
online will probably be my best bet as well.
probably just order it. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best
Hmm.
thing. That's so me, and it's so funny because if I think back when I started out, all those colors and all that crazy stuff I used to do with makeup and how I've changed now is so funny. But
Yeah,
I love like, clean, simplistic beauty. Like, I mean, I don't mind a pop of color here and there, but I like that. I think, and then for my everyday go to, a neutral is the way to go. I'm not putting on a purple eyeshadow or nothing like that.
I agree. It's rare. If I try to do something, I'm just like, I feel so uncomfortable. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I tried to have a little teal that was from like a makeup Shayla palette. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my eyes. And I just like, my makeup is not cute. And it probably did look cute to everybody else, but I was like, I am not feeling this. I need me a nice little neutral eye, call it a day.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
Hmm.
you. So I know you wanted to share the holiday launches. I haven't really been on top of it. I did see, was it like Makeup Revolution or something? Had a whole bunch of stuff coming out. I thought I saw that. Because that was just like on Trend Mood, like just in passing.
Yes.
And they had a whole bunch of different
Yeah,
palettes.
that's why I saw a lot of them there as well. So Jacqueline Hill revealed her holiday collection. The other is Jouer. They revealed there is lip products and there I believe like lip glosses as well. Another Danessa Myricks. I don't know if it's necessarily for the holiday, but she did reveal another palette that she has coming out. And this is her Infinite Light palette. So she's had, I think, two others before this. So that one looks really nice as well. And the price point on that one is $125.
Oh, girl,
Yes, Miss
they get
Danessa.
900 with these eyeshadow palettes,
I
okay?
know, Miss Danessa, but it's gorgeous. But yeah, it's a little up there. So those were a few of the brands that I saw revealing some of their holiday collections. I guess this is the time where they're going to start slowly revealing who's dropping what as we get closer to the holiday, or like we said, so people can start shopping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything that I have my eye on. I know Natasha Denona has a couple palettes that
That one,
I'm kind of been
yeah.
thinking about. Yeah, so if I had my eye on anything, it would probably be one of her newer palettes.
She has some holiday ones, so they're like mini palettes. So have like
I saw
I saw
that.
some with 3 or 5 like shades in
Mhm.
there, and I believe the price point I want to say is between like 20 and 30 for the little
Yeah,
ones.
for
So for
those. Yeah.
her, that's good. Snatch it up.
Yeah, but there's this neutral palette. It's more cooler tones
Hmm.
that I really want from her. And I saw something from Fenty. They did a whole coral collection. Did you see that coral?
Oh,
It was
I
like
believe
they had
so.
something
Let's see.
coral, and they had the cheeks and the lips and all this
Yes.
stuff. And I was like, are we still in coral season? Because I thought that was
Oh, now you know Miss Rihanna do what she
okay.
not always still in coral season, but you're right. It is a bit springy looking.
That's what
So
I thought. You
maybe they're
see,
just
are you
wanting to get
looking
out
at
the
it?
last bit of I don't know.
I mean, I like those colors. I'm actually attracted
Yeah.
to those colors, but I just I was like, I
Yeah, that
thought
is a bit
was
like,
more
this is the wrong time of
summer
year.
color. Yeah.
But they do have, I did see that they do have a palette. I believe that's going to be coming out from the holiday. And it is more on the neutral side. It does have some shimmer shades in there as well, or shimmer, metallic, and matte finishes, actually. So that was, I'm trying to understand why they have this. It's a peach. What made them decide to drop that now? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Hmm. Another one, the Anastasia one got me because I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure that one out. I haven't gone to Sephora Ulta to see it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm like, do I need that one?
I was thinking about Anastasia because I saw, her daughter Norvina does a lot, especially with the designing of the actual products and everything. And I saw they had, I guess they call them like chroma pens, and they have the
I saw
color. I think
those.
you
Like
could have
those
used those for like
eyeliners.
shadows or
Mhm.
something. Yes, I saw that, and I was like, I feel like I haven't heard much from Anastasia. They usually be like the go-to, like that's the only one. And I believe that they're still up there, but I don't know. I feel like the attention has been taken off of them a bit, but they still have really good quality products.
Well, they have this new neutral palette too that has like a bronzer and a blush on the end or
Hmm.
something.
Yes.
And I looking at it at first, I was like, "Oh, that's really, really basic, so I can pass on it." But I was watching a YouTuber and she swatched
Mhm.
it. I was like, "Oh, okay, wait a minute. It's a little bit more pigment than what I thought." She's
Right.
chocolate me, and it looked really good. So that had me wondering. So now I'm like, let me go look at this thing
Maybe
and
I
see.
need to go look at it again. Yeah, that was the Primrose palette, and it has like two of the blushes and then their eyeshadow. So it's a nice looking palette. Um, so
Yep, it is. It
very
looked
nice.
like it might be kit worthy. Do you think it's kit worthy or what? Well, you got to check it out to see.
Let me see. Yeah, I want to see the quality of it, but as far as how much is in, I mean, the palette itself has quite a bit in there. It looks like you get 10 shadows and then two blushes. It reminds me of the Lorac palette. It's like the casing of it is a really faint light color. Was it Lorac Pro? They had like two different ones. I can't remember. This is what this reminds me of. But her shadows usually have great pigmentation and the payoff. So it might be worth looking at.
Yeah, yeah. I always like their shadows, but I still have Jackie Aina palettes that aren't open, but
Mhm.
because I kind of bought a few and I don't even know why I did that because you still can get one. I thought like,
Yeah.
oh, it's limited edition,
Yeah, though. I don't blame you.
but I do really love it though. It's one of my favorites, and it's like if I'm not gonna always be able to get it, I want to get a few. But
Yeah.
do I need it? No, but that might be a treat because maybe I'll get that one and that'll keep me from getting like the Danessa Myrick's.
True. Now, if I find out you done got both, I'm not gonna be mad at you.
We'll see. We'll see. You know how at this point we don't need none of it. It's just a want.
It is. It really is.
It's just a want. All those palettes and everything. But gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Hmm.
But what is like? Have you heard of any like lipstick launches or anything? Are you familiar?
Um, Not any lipstick launches. I did see that Kylie Jenner released another line. I feel like she come out with a new launch every month. month. And so hers was more of like the holiday ones that kind of did have to deal with they include lipsticks and she usually has a shadow palette and all of that goes with it. Anything exclusive for lipsticks, I did see, make sure I have the right palette. Makeup by Mario, that's Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. He
Yeah.
does have some lip ones, some it looks like some new nude shades. They're called Ultra Suede, and those look very nice. I've heard good things about his products, and even Kim's products. I think he does help with that. As far as like her lip liners and lipsticks, I've heard really good things about them. But he's the only one I've seen exclusively have anything about lip products. And
I,
the lip bar actually. So let me correct that. The lip bar actually has some new shades as well. So
I
I will
saw
correct
that.
that statement. Yep.
They had like a deep brown or something. I remember
Yeah, so nice.
seeing.
They do really good about making sure they release shades that have to do with the seasons. They do an excellent job with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I did see that as well. I saw a release of that. I love
Hmm.
lipstick. Now I'm a lipstick junkie. Like
Yeah.
I never get to use as many as I buy. So I need to stop buying them because like it comes to a point where you're like collecting them. Like, why do I have 50 lipstick tubes?
Yeah. I do. I do too. If I think about the products I have and what would be the most, it would be lip products. And I try to justify like, oh, it's for the kid, but it's me. The majority, like, because the kids I usually get palettes or something specific. The lips for me, like I have like pretty much every minted shade. The lip bar shade, I'm gonna grab them. I'm gonna snatch them up. I used to be grabbing every matte lipstick. I probably don't wear it as much now with the mask, but still, I just love a good lip. You can't beat
Me
it.
too. Me too. Thinking about lips, not I launched some lipsticks with exquisite looks. Well, they're launching. They haven't launched
Okay,
yet,
okay.
but they are launching on November 1st. I'm super super excited.
Hey,
I've been working
congrats.
on them and everything, but I'm super excited about them. I wish I had them nearby so I could show you, but I don't. I'll show you. I'll send you some stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I did some fall colors. They're matte. The hardest part about doing a matte lipstick is
Mhm.
we've all had bad matte lipsticks, right?
Yes.
So I did not want one that would be over drying and cracky. And I've had people, independent brands I've tried and they were terrible like that. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like one of them, my lips began to hurt because they got so dry. Have that ever happened? My lips
Yes. That's why I'm looking like that. Yes. I've had it where just like they're drying and they start cracking. It's like you're exfoliating your lips using the
right,
lipstick.
right. So even knowing that I love matte and I wanted to come out with a matte, I was very like, okay, careful about selecting the
Mhm.
shades and the texture and everything and trying to get everything right. So it took me a while and I always wanted to have my own lipstick line. So I'm super, super excited. I started off with 6 colors and they're fall colors for sure. And I love them. We got some pink, some berries. We got
Mm,
like a brown, brick brown color called brown sugar. But I'm excited to have the lipsticks out and they'll
good.
be
Congratulations.
thank you for
That
exclusive.
is exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is because I was like, if anything, I gotta have lipstick because I buy it so much. I love lipstick. It is
Yep.
funny because now that I have my own line, I try not. I'm still gonna buy stuff, but I try not to buy as much lipstick
Mm.
and lashes because that's what I sell the most. That's what I got. And when I want to represent now, it's like I'm gonna represent my lipstick, my lashes when I go out. But I still find myself looking, you know, and everything. Like, so I was like, well, maybe this will keep me from buying any more lipsticks. So I have to wear mine all the time.
Yeah, no, you still gonna look. I think it's just in us to naturally look and see what else is out there, just so we can stay in the loop of everything. So, but that's so
Definitely,
exciting.
definitely. Thank you, thank you. I'm excited about it. I always wanted to have, if I had thought of a makeup, like wanted to have a makeup line, I wanted to have lipstick first. Like lipstick was like, yes, because I just love
Yeah.
that. But I was thinking about lipstick. So the holiday is coming up, and a lot of people tend to look for that perfect red lipstick, right?
Mm.
So you're a fellow makeup artist. What's your take on a red? Like, what's the best way to find your best red lipstick? How do you find your best red?
Um, okay, so because that is usually one area where people like hesitate. I will say, because you want to make it to where it's understandable for a consumer to go purchase lipsticks, is to one think about the texture. So, are you wanting something that's matte? Or do you want something that's more of like a gloss? Because there are some products that are very have there are some lines that have very pigmented glosses that can give you that color payoff. Or if you're wanting like a traditional lipstick as well, because that'll kind of help narrow your search because you're going to determine what brand you're going to go for. And then thinking about your skin tone, what would look best on your skin tone, and understanding also that sometimes you do have to try some and you're going to have some that you are drawn to a little bit more. So, for example, I prefer to have one that has a little bit more of a blue undertone. So it might look a little deeper on me, or like a deeper shade if you're looking at what the actual red looks like. I do have a few favorites. There's a lip bar one that's a gloss. So it goes on like it's more of a liquid lipstick, but to me, I always describe it as a gloss because of the texture, how it feels. That one is a favorite. I know Rihanna's Fenty lip gloss one that's a red is very popular. However,
Mhm.
that's not as deep of a tone. So oftentimes some people will get it and feel like it's too bright for them. So
Yeah.
that's just something to consider and think about as well. But there are so many brands. I used to have one that was a favorite that was from Revlon, believe it or not. And I tried to keep that thing and go as long as I could with it. So don't rule out, your brands. It might be drugstore brands as well. A lot of them carry different shades and like it as well. You might find a few different ones. I even have one from Sephora that I really like, their line of lip products, and those are very affordable. And they usually have different shade ranges within, or different ranges within that shade. So that would be an option too if you're kind of like, I just want to try it out, but not go out and break the bank trying to find a nice red lip.
Yeah, another thing too, around this time of year, a lot of companies put together, because just saw it today. Ulta has like a sample palette, a sample
Oh
pack.
yeah.
All these different lipstick. They had MAC in there, Buxom. It was a lot of different brands, and there were quite a few
Oh
reds in there.
wow.
So that might be a good way too. Like try a
Mhm.
sample pack. That way, you get to try a variety of different colors to find a way. One thing as an artist, though. I used to teach this thing on like, understanding your undertones and
Mhm.
understand what colors go. I had this chart that I would share with people so they could find their best red, because red is always like
Yeah.
a hard thing for people, I find. And I one of my favorite reds was Lady Boss by Too Faced, actually.
Okay.
And I actually have a red in my collection that reminds me of Lady Boss. It's called Joyce, but
Wow.
yeah, that have a red. And I was like, I didn't even realize it, but I think I just gravitate to that type of red.
Mhm.
But one day I grabbed Lady Balls and I was like, you know what? I think like I swatched it on my hand. I was like, I think this is like my color. And I went and got it. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. So I was excited about that. But that's one of my favorite reds. I also Givenchy had one. I think it was called number 37.
Mm,
It came in like this suede tubing. I have it,
yeah.
kind of Lux. It's like they run you about $38, $40 for a
Okay.
tube at Sephora. All Sephora's don't carry because only the ones that have Givenchy.
Right.
But that was one of my favorite reds too. My
Yeah.
bougie red, but
Yeah, I have a bougie one by Pat McGrath. I actually got two. Those are my bougie reds, but I do like them. One is a lot brighter, and then one is more of a deeper kind of blue tone one, which you naturally gravitate towards.
right. And of course, Mac Ruby Woo, right?
Oh yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah,
It's a classic.
it looks good on a lot of skin
It
tones.
does. It really does.
So
So they did good with that one.
if you struggle with red, try the MAC one, the Ruby Root. A lot of people
Yeah.
end up liking that
Yeah, that's a great starting point for sure.
one. Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited about the holiday season. I think I'm ready for the food. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Oh, yes.
food.
Me
Yes,
too. I like gathering. I like the holidays as well. I like getting together with everybody. I'm a December baby. So for me, I'm like, we're celebrating the whole month, which is
right,
nonstop.
right.
So
What
it's
day,
perfect.
what day, Holly?
Huh?
What day is your birthday? December what?
December 10th.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Is
So
that
yeah.
Sagittarius or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so December 10th. So yeah, I feel that I would celebrate the whole month if I had a December birthday as well. And but yeah, for some reason I was talking to my husband the other day. I was like, oh my God, I want like some sweet potato pie. And
Mm,
I was like, I have had peach cobbler. I used to make a peach cobbler every year, but I haven't done that in years. And I was like, maybe we should do
oh,
peach cobbler this year. So
yeah.
I was all excited for the holiday dishes for sure.
Yeah, I've gotten into it more. I think the older I get, and then even with decorating, because last year, like you said, it wasn't much that we could do. But last year, I even got a tree for the dogs. I got like a mini tree and decorating. He had a special
Aw.
dog ornament. So I've noticed I'm getting more into like decorating and wanting to have family over and do things like that. So it is very exciting.
That's cool, cool. So we can wind up, Holly. But before we do, what's going on? Do you have anything like spectacular going on in your world? I know you have your podcast and
Yes.
you're doing makeup. Like, is there any news to share?
Yeah, so this upcoming weekend actually is Premiere Orlando. So it is a trade show that is based here in Orlando, but anyone worldwide usually travels and comes. So it'll be nice to see how many people travel in for it because we're getting back to live events. But it's for anybody in the beauty profession that you have to have your license to register and get a ticket. But I will be actually assisting another esthetician and makeup artist, so I'll get to see a different side of everything with her classes, but I'm excited to kind of get out there and learn with that. And then outside of that, just got a few like photo shoots coming up for clients that like are either like graduating because we're kind of getting to that time. So I love doing things, being a part of people's special occasions. So I have a few people that are graduating like from law school, and then doing company headshot photos as well. So I like, I just love connecting with people anyhow. So, but anything with photography, I'm all here for it because I like to kind of just be there and be a part of the whole creation, the whole process of seeing everything come to fruition.
Right, right. I actually been dabbling in makeup this week because I'm doing a photo shoot this weekend. And I was just thinking when you were talking, like, man, if Holly was closer, I would hire her to help me
Oh,
out.
thank you.
I got like 3 models to do. And
Oh,
I haven't done this in a minute, like this many people on the same day. So I'm like, this is gonna be interesting.
yeah.
But I do my daughter's makeup quite often.
Mhm.
And I've been just, I still, make sure my skills are up to date. But I'm excited. But I still love photo shoots and everything. I wish you were here because I definitely will hire you to come help with this.
Oh, thank you. I would love to if I was. If I was, I love photo shoots. I don't like I said. It's something about the whole process of seeing everything come to be, and just being in that energy. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was my favorite part. Like I was like, if I could just do this all day, that would be good.
Hmm.
Yeah, so definitely love that. That was I could do photo shoots and uh yeah, photo shoots is I could do that over weddings. I could do, you know what I mean? All of that
Absolutely.
for
I had
sure.
another artist. They're like, "Do you even do weddings?" I don't see them that much. I was like, if somebody calls me in to assist, I don't mind because I have that relationship with that other makeup artist. But it's rare. It's
Because if
just
you
never
think
been my
about it,
thing.
right, well, if you think about it, that's their big day they've always
Yeah,
dreamed of, and you have to make them look good for that day. That's a lot of stress.
it is.
This is the day that she's been thinking of since she was a little girl, when she, well, when she could go marry her kin. So since you was playing with the Barbies, you've been thinking of this day, and I don't want to be responsible for that day because that's a very stressful day. You got your crazy
Mhm.
family. I just prefer
Yes,
not to deal with that. I like fun, so like photo shoot, you could be creative, like if like especially do like an editorial shoot, or
yes,
I like stuff like that. But like weddings, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of
yeah.
pressure. She's been dreaming about that all day, all her life. I can't help you with
I
that.
know. I don't need that type of
You get the
pressure in my life.
bridezilla, you know what I mean? Then you get the family that want to be, too overbearing. I can't.
So it's like if I get them, when I do book them, I do enjoy, because I guess I've been blessed to not get any that are too crazy. Thank goodness. But it's not anything I really even push for myself. I've been lately thinking about just removing that option.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I did. I'll share this with you, Holly. For the longest time, I didn't think I could because I thought, like, who
Mhm.
am I to think as a makeup artist, I'm not going to do weddings? And I met this one girl because I didn't have a lot of other makeup artist friends when I was starting out. And I met this one girl, she was a makeup artist too. We kind of got cool. And I was just talking to her, like, like, girl, like, I had a bride that I wanted to beat up. I was like, because I had a couple bridezillas.
Yeah.
I was telling her, like, I've really been trying to brand myself, and I actually thought I had to build a whole brand and offer weddings. I made brochures and everything and had a team. But at the end of the day, I was unhappy, and I was just telling her, like,
Yeah.
I'm unhappy. She was like, well, why are you doing weddings? And I was like, well, that's what we're supposed to do, like, as a makeup artist, hard enough finding jobs. So how am I gonna not do weddings, and still make it? And she's like, girl, if you don't like weddings, don't do weddings. I don't do weddings at all. She was like, I do not do anything that I don't enjoy doing. And I was like, oh, I can do that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like gave me permission almost because I don't know, I didn't think I could not do it. I thought it was like a requirement, or people would think less of me if I didn't offer wedding makeup. But I had to stop thinking about other people and worry about me and what makes me happy and what brings me joy as an artist. And if I wanted to
Yes.
really be able to create and be able to flourish in my artistry, I had to do things that was true to me. So yeah, I cut it out and didn't look back, honey.
I might get to that point where we're coming up to the end of the year. So I've been thinking about some things I'm gonna add in and maybe take away, and that's one of those that are at the top of the list. So we will
Yeah.
see.
Like if it ain't really serving you or whatever, and you don't find it
Mhm.
most, and I think like I can really see you. I encourage you to keep writing the lane you're writing because you've already had some editorial work and you already like really do great work, and for your stage in the industry, you already have a style and you're doing great work editorial wise. If you keep doing that and keep networking, there's no reason why you can't go in
Yeah.
that direction, right?
Yeah.
So I will see going in that direction and then just lead the weddings for the other folks.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I received it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Just stay on that lane. Keep networking with
Mhm.
photographers and stay in that lane. I think that's a good area for you. Are
Yeah.
you? Well, let's claim Vogue and all that. We're gonna
I
already.
claim it. I claim it because I've had my first publications. I was like, okay, this is just a stepping stone. We're headed in the right direction. So I receive it and I am claiming it.
Yep, yep, yeah. That's the direction you're going in. I can see it already. So just keep, yeah, yeah. You're on the right path.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, it was good chatting with
Yes.
you, catching up with you, Holly K. I enjoyed chatting with you. So yeah, let us know like what type of topics you would love for us to cover. If you have anything you want to, share with us, let us know. Definitely follow Holly and myself. I am Brandy Taylor. And Holly, give your Instagram.
My Instagram is Hollie K. So it's just my name, HOLLIEK.
Okay, yep, Holly K. I am Brandy Taylor. Follow us on Instagram, DM us, let us know.
Yes.
Any topic suggestions you have, let us know. Anything you want to share or talk about, we maybe we'll do a poll, but I'll try to do some things. But this is fun. I like just letting my hair down, just talking about
Mhm.
different topics other than just business, because I know I can be very businessy.
Yes, I
For
enjoyed this a lot.
yeah, well, thank you so much, Holly. And that's all we have for you today. As always, stay great, and we are out. Bye.
Bye.